if I was like, I have issues sometimes at my club where I have to like put out social flyers, and I'm like, what is actually happening? I have to like kind of like forensically analyze each and every conflict, measure personalities. Like, what is this person susceptible to doing something? And maybe they don't seem to be honest. Like, something's going on here. What's the actual truth? Do I get these two people together? And fuck, man. And that's a simple thing. Like a comedy club with 100 employees. It's not that big a deal. You know, this motherfucker's running Twitter, SpaceX, Tesla, and the Boring Company. And he's providing Starlink satellites to Ukraine and all other parts of the world. And you could put one on your fucking camper and get 5G in the middle of the desert. Like, what?
Right. At the same time that he's like memeing people into submission.
How? Every time I text him, I'm like, how are you responding to me? How do you have the fucking time? Yeah. How do you do that? I can't keep up. I have like 89 text messages that I have to get to at the end of this podcast.
Yeah, it's amazing what he's able to do, and
it's
that
insane.
He has a taste for it. I think.
So how could he possibly be paying attention to how people are trending and what's allowed and what's not allowed?
Oh, I don't think he can.
He can't.
All he can do is put people in charge, and he can give them marching orders and say, "I don't want this thing to have its thumb on."
Is he aware of this dilemma? You should alert him to this.
Here's the problem. Okay, and I don't know what this means, and I was not going to mention this. But this is the very thing. So I went to see Musk, as I mentioned. Mm-hmm. We had a very good discussion. I spent about a half an hour with him. At the end of it, he said that he thought it was a good discussion, and he wanted to meet again. And I said, anytime, of course. On my trip back home, literally from that meeting, my Twitter account got hijacked for the first time ever. I've never had an account hijacked, but my Twitter account got hijacked, and it started putting out some crazy spam stuff. And I was concerned about it because not only is it alarming to have your account captured, but I had been DMing with Musk, including encrypted DMs. Now, there wasn't anything sensitive in there, but you can imagine in my shoes, the last thing you want is somebody captures your account and they start exposing communications with Musk that maybe he doesn't want public. So I contacted him, right, in alarm. And I said, my account's been captured, not sure what to do about it. We were in a discussion, and we were talking about the fact that the account itself has weird behavior on Twitter, which I didn't know if that was relevant or not. And he asked me for more information, and I started to tell him about this trend stuff. Mm-hmm. He blocked me. Now, I don't know what that means. I don't think he's on the other team. I don't think...
He blocked you?
Yes. He blocked me, and I'm blocked to this day, which seems strange. It could be that he's forgotten that he's done it, but I don't think so.
Why would he block you?
I have no idea. It makes no sense. Now, it's possible that he's very busy. It's possible that he took what I was telling him about the behavior of my account as if I thought it was his obligation to pay attention to me personally, which I never thought, but maybe he interpreted it that way. The last thing he said was, stop spamming me, which was very strange for a guy who said he wanted to have another meeting, right?
How many messages were you sending him?
3 or 4.
Stop spamming me.
It was very strange. But look, I don't hold it against him. The guy is obviously, I think it's obvious that he is trying to save the world, and he's one of very few people who has the kind of power and insight to actually make an important difference in that. So I'm very much a supporter of what he's doing, even if I found that whole chapter strange. But nonetheless, it happened. I don't know what it means, and it is interesting that it happened as I was trying to explain to him the weirdness in my account, which was a mirror for what he told me he had experienced with his account before he bought Twitter.
Yeah. You know, you could, if you wanted to be charitable, you could chalk that up to a guy that's just fucking insanely stressed out and busy and dealing with
Let's put it this way.
fires.
I'm already there.
Yeah.
My feeling is I'm still a supporter of his. I don't like that he blocked me, but the guy's got more important stuff to do.
Yeah.
And I'm supportive of what he's doing.
Well, hopefully he'll hear this and unblock you.
that would be lovely.
Stop spamming them, bro.